Good morning and welcome to the next episode of our podcast,
where we drink tea and navigate the balance between school and personal life.
I'm Sophia Safe.
And I'm Sophia Curry.
And this is Sip and Spill.
Welcome back to the Tea Journal.
The topic we'll be touching on today is pop culture and our connection to it.
So, let's talk about what pop culture is first.
Okay.
So, that's kind of like, music, the societal culture around us, it could be internet trends, clothing trends, slang,
social media.
That's like I feel like that's a big new one. I don't know.
It influences a lot of aspects of our daily lives.
Ooh, movies and TV shows too.
That's a good point.
Huge one.
It influences school, social lives, extracurriculars. It helps develop our taste and our mental landscape.
Yeah. So, let's start with how it influences school. So, school, there's like a whole thing around school culture, and obviously that evolves over time. I think, we see that just with our parents, they're like, oh, this was not how school was when we were kids, and we're just like, okay.
Thanks for letting me know.
Right. And it's like, it's funny when I talk to them about it, because I think there's like a different culture in terms of just bigger school versus smaller school too. Like, my parents personally went to definitely smaller than our schools. They joke that their high school was like the size of our elementary school.
Oh, wow. My mom actually went to Parkland, so hearing her experience is kind of wild.
Your mom had the same guidance counselor as me.
Yeah,
that's really
kind of insane. I can't believe Mr. Roberts was my mom's guidance counselor.
Yeah, neither can I. It's okay.
It's
okay. We love
okay.
Mr. Roberts.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I think you can just see how it influences like school culture just by the way people, speak and hold themselves in school, and then just, internet trends can like, to touch back on this is more negative than I think it is positive. But, we talked about this in episode 9 with our guidance counselors, and we were talking about devious licks.
No.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Devious
Stealing
licks.
a sink.
Guys, what even was that?
What? Tell me why a sink was stolen both in the middle and the high school.
Really? It was in both?
Yeah. Well, we had it in our middle school, but Mr. Roberts in our previous episode mentioned that it was also in the high school.
Guys, why are we ripping sinks off a wall?
Why
are we vandalizing a bathroom? Like, okay, see, these are the types of trends that I don't understand, and I was like,
But then along with that comes with, like, popular audios.
Yes.
You can hear people referencing them in day-to-day life.
And, like, even teachers are starting to create their own TikTok
accounts.
So TikTok became a huge thing, part of pop culture. Like, I don't even know how many years ago it's been. Like, I think TikTok got really big around 2019.
After Musical.ly died.
After Musical.ly died, which I remember Musical.ly also. It was like Vine, and then it was Musical.ly, and then it was TikTok. And I remember when I was little really, really, really wanting Musical.ly. Like, I don't know why I thought it was so cool. Now looking back on it, I was like, it's kind of lame.
No, not kind of. Very.
Okay, it's very lame. But I remember looking back, but then I remember when TikTok got big, and everybody downloaded TikTok as a joke, and it was like, oh, TikTok, like, haha. But it blew up, and now it's become a platform where, people, like, sell their businesses, run a business,
that is true.
Promote stuff. I mean, personally, me and Sophia don't have TikTok, so we can't promote, Sip and Spill on, like, a TikTok, but, we've obviously started an Instagram.
Yes,
so
that's correct.
That has also contributed to, pop culture and stuff like that. And just how that has influenced even our personal, like, podcast. So it definitely influences, like, the school environment. And I think there's a huge thing on recording things, like, documenting things and, like, documenting every single aspect of your life. So even, like, fights are now, like, seen.
Oh, my God, everywhere.
And I feel like that the recording aspect of a fight, I feel like has helped, I don't want to say helped, increased the fight in our school.
Agreed.
Because everybody's like, oh my God, there's a fight. And then you, like, post it, and you're like, oh my God, there was a fight. Did you see the video? And it's just, it's absolutely crazy to me. Like, I'm like, guys, why are we recording people fighting? Like, I don't get it. No. So, I mean, why are we recording fights, guys?
Agreed.
It's stupid.
Stupid. In addition to that, it also influences our extracurriculars.
Extracurriculars. So, I think we see that a lot in, like, let's take specifically for sports. Like, I know, like, when you're, like, in the gym or, like, at a practice, like, the music that they have playing.
Yeah, it's usually
Shifts.
popular TikTok audios,
Rap music, you know, the popular music of today. And just, like, the style of how people even carry themselves. Like, I think even sports I think is a huge thing, part of pop culture too.
100%.
Like, you know, we can see how it's kind of evolved and gotten more competitive with just the increase. I think everything has gotten more competitive as a result of recordings
And social media.
and just increased technology.
Agreed. Like comparing your life to others, especially. Which is, we talked about this on episode 2, social media pressures.
Yeah.
It also not helps and also hurts how our taste evolves. Because of social media, everyone tends to morph into the same person.
Yeah. There's a lot of copy and pasting out there.
Agreed.
Like, I don't want to, you know, stereotype it, you know, like the Barbie blonde girl and just like, you know, seeing how everybody all of a sudden either looks alike. And there's like, I feel like, you know, people either as a result of social media and the whole pop culture landscape, they either have an increased sense of individuality or they kind of fall into like looking like everybody else.
Agreed. Trends also move extremely fast.
And I think that's a big thing that's talked about in pop culture. Like, there are fashion movements focused on like how stupid and how stupid and dumb fast fashion is, and how like the quality isn't good and whatever. And there's like whole movements out there about that. And then you can see like all of these things kind of add into our social lives, you know, almost like, I know one of my friends, and I love her for this, and I laugh because I call her a library of sounds, because she just knows all these TikTok sounds, and she'll like randomly pull them out to relate them to a situation, and it's just so funny to me, and I love her for it, and I like laugh every time. But like, trends are being used like, and are becoming, so trends become catchphrases, they become slang. The other day, someone had to explain to me, like, this is so Kevin. Or that's so Kevin. And I was like, and Gert. And I was like, hello? What is yo, Gert? And I was like,
what?
Yogurt? And I was like, what? And all my friends were laughing at me because they were like, oh, you haven't gotten to that side of, like, social media culture. And I was like, no, please explain. Like, it took me forever to even understand what Italian brain rot was.
Oh my God.
And I was like, what is this, guys? Like, ballerina cappuccino?
No.
Hello? What?
Stop.
Like,
Stop.
They've become aesthetics now. They have children. There's baby Trollalero Trolala or something. Like the shark stuff.
Girl, stop. Seriously. Seriously. Let's move on. It
I'm
also
not kidding.
changes our mental landscape. So,
as you've clearly seen.
Yeah, I mean, I am glad I am not you right now.
There are people worse than me out there.
I believe it. Like my
You've
brother.
seen them.
And your brother. So, it, like I said, it also changes our mental landscape. Why don't you touch on that a little bit more?
Okay, so I think, as opposed to, you know, seeing how it, you know, mentally shifts us and makes us think in different ways, I think it can influence the way we view certain things. Like, I think in pop culture there's a lot of takes on political landscapes, religious movements, just anything in life, and so it can kind of sometimes distort how certain things are presented, or they can kind of bring a bigger light, and that just helps, you know, evolve like our perspective on things. But then there's a lot of things that are glamorized in Hollywood and like romanticizing certain things. And I remember a while back there was a big worry against the show 13 Reasons Why.
Yes.
Which was all about a girl who had killed herself and was like, and there were like basically 13 tapes addressed to 13 different people. And the worry was, while it was good that there was recognition on suicide and self-harm and that type of stuff, it also, there was a worry that it was glamorizing suicide and glamorizing self-harm and
it's different. It makes me different.
It's cool. It's and there's that can shift. Some things truly are glamorized in the media.
Agreed.
And in pop culture and music and TV and.
On the other hand, social media has influenced a lot of people to romanticize the small things in life, which we talked about in previous episodes.
And I love that, and it also encourages people to live their best life, take that best step, and push themselves to grow and be better and have a healthy life.
Agreed.
And I think there's a lot of aspects, to how we view our life and stuff. And it's honestly, it's interesting to see,
Agreed.
I think, personally for us, you can see how it influences people's lives based on the music they might listen to. Some people, I think, the pop culture that they dive more into can be influenced by their personal life. I know my dad is more in tune to the music that he listens to because of how he grew up and his personal feelings. And then, the stuff that I grow up and I listen to
is different as well. Agreed.
I honestly think that we should, tune in more
to ourselves.
Into ourselves and just, how do we really relate to the pop culture around us and how do we differentiate ourselves because there's so much happening.
Maintaining individuality is an important part.
And I think we also, it's cool to see how your taste evolves over time.
Agreed.
One of the things that I know I've done is, I think about the music I listened to when I was younger versus now, and I'm just wow, look how much I've, changed.
Yes, agreed. You go through phases as you grow, and you can embrace those phases as they come and go.
You can see that in the way you dress, hairstyles, hair color.
Music taste.
Yeah. Even, the stuff that you're interested in, shows or movies, or, the trends that you take part in, or, what have I moved into versus what have I moved out of. And I think it's just really interesting to see, as you grow up, how it evolves, and it paints a really good picture of
who you are as a person.
Who you are, your personality. If you're always oh, I don't really know who I am, kind of take a look at, I don't want to say what you're interested in, but what you surround yourself with. What do you watch? What do you listen to?
Yeah.
How do you dress? Or is, how you dress reflects, your values, or the stuff that you watch on TV, or, maybe the music you listen to. So I think it's just really interesting, and you can see it with your friends and your peers around you, and it's really interesting. So I think the main takeaway would be, how has pop culture, influenced your life?
And how can you maintain individuality while understanding what other people also see?
And it's okay to, take part in,
oh, absolutely.
Trends. But also, how do you let those trends affect you because they're trends versus, oh, I really like this, and I feel like this connects to me as a person and individually, and then do you create your own style out of it too?
Yeah.
So
that pretty much wraps up our tea journal for this week.
Welcome to our new segment, Chai Check.
This segment is basically all about today's pop culture and how we as teens relate to it.
So it's kind of similar to today's tea journal section. However, we're going to list out current trends and give our personal connections and thoughts on them.
Let's start with some music.
Okay. So personally, our favorite artists and our favorite songs, I think you can often find them on Spotify. There's also really a kind of popular app out there. I don't know if everybody's heard of it, called Airbuds.
Oh, I've heard of it.
Airbuds, you can kind of share your music with your friends, and it'll show you for that week who your top 5 artists were, what your top songs were.
Got it.
And it was just it's honestly, I think it's pretty cool Like, I like seeing that. It's kind of like Spotify Wrapped. It's a Spotify Wrapped, but it's like, it gives you like a weekly rundown.
That's awesome. I don't have AirBuds, and I don't use Spotify that often. I'm a YouTube music person.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Right. It's interesting the different platforms people use to listen. I know Maheen and Shireen, my cousins, they use Apple Music.
Okay. Apple Music's like pretty common. I think the other one that people actually still sometimes use is SoundCloud. Like, people are still on SoundCloud.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Like, so on AirBuds you can see where they're listening to the music, and I've seen a lot of people still on SoundCloud.
Interesting.
And I was like, okay, interesting. But most people are on Spotify.
All right. So, who are your top 3 artists?
So, my top 3 artists as of this week were Fleetwood Mac, Leve, and I think The Weeknd. So, like, right there you can tell that I have a pretty eclectic music taste. I like a little bit of everything, honestly.
I understand what you mean wholeheartedly.
Yeah. Like,
I didn't label my artists as this week. I would say these are my favorite artists over a long period of time.
Really?
So I said Clairo, Boy Genius, especially Julian Baker, and Fleetwood Mac, like you said.
Yes. Who did you say was in Boy Genius that I said?
Phoebe Bridgers.
Phoebe Bridgers. Yeah, I love Phoebe Bridgers. She's so good.
Agreed.
One of the other bands, these are more indie bands, I really like Men I Trust.
Okay.
They're really good. I also am like weirdly into like Latin music, but there's Latin pop, Latin indie, so I like the Marias are really good.
I've heard. My best friend loves the Marias.
They blew up recently. Like, one of their songs, no one noticed. Probably everybody like knows it went viral, but I really like their music. And then Kali Uchis is really good. Love her. She's been my top artist, I think, 2 years in a row on Spotify.
It's kind of crazy.
Like, she's just so good, and she mixes like English with Latin.
Interesting.
I don't know what my top songs are for this week.
What are your top songs? What are two songs that you've listened to repeatedly? Like, these are songs that you know by heart and that you will never get sick of.
Oh, see, I struggle with stuff like this because I can't pick favorites. I do have like, okay, so I think it depends. So give me like a category, like comfort, party, scream.
I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking like overall.
Oh, I can't think overall because they're like, I know a lot of songs by heart, and then I'll get an obsession over.
What are some songs that you have had an obsession over?
Okay, so just recently I got into this new art, I just recently got into this other artist, Sophia Izella. She's really cool. So I got obsessed with her song Everybody Supports Women, which is just very like a feminist song. But I love the opening verse, and that opening verse went viral. People have probably heard it. It's like, oh, everybody supports women until a woman's doing better than you.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, love that. So she's really cool. Oh, Paris Paloma, I also love. Okay. These are all very indie artists. So, like, I like to say, like, summer's when I get really indie. It's funny. Yeah, like, I'm indie throughout the year, but I also really like old music. So, if we're talking indie, Labor by Paris Paloma, I had an obsession over. And then Show Me How by Men I Trust, I had an obsession over. I don't know. Oh, just recently, Leve's new song, Tough Luck.
Oh, absolutely. Agreed.
That's my most recent obsession is Tough Luck. I really, really, like, one, I connect to the song, and two, I just love her music in general.
I feel that.
Like, I'm fighting to go to this concert.
Speaking of artists, let's look at the top 10 artists.
Okay.
As of June 2025.
So, on Spotify, the top 10 most streamed artists are Taylor Swift, obviously, Bad Bunny, Drake, okay, that's interesting, The Weeknd, Kendrick Lamar, Billie Eilish, Bruno Mars, Future, Ed Sheeran, and Lady Gaga.
That's an interesting mix.
I was going to say that too. It's all very pop. It's very pop, but I mean, minus, I think Drake has a little bit of R&B in there.
Right.
Which I love a good R&B song. Like, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. It's Brent Faiyaz, I think. I
think you're right.
Faiyaz. No. He's cool.
Agreed.
I like him.
Wholeheartedly, yes.
Like, a lot of his songs, so summer is like indie R&B for me. Like, I like those genres. And then I like The Weeknd has definitely been on my rotation just these past couple weeks because I think his songs give me like confidence boosts, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean their songs, like I love walking around and feeling like confident. Like
Oh, I feel that.
I love
Yeah.
that. So yeah, but Lady Gaga, really, I love her new album.
Really? I couldn't get myself into it.
Some of the songs I'm like meh, but some of the songs are like good. Like honestly, for her, I just think it's a really good showcase of her artistry.
I see that. Okay, yeah,
Like
fair.
even if I don't love every song, I like the album in general because I just like her presentation, and I always love her style.
Okay.
And then moving into the top songs list. Ooh.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, this song. So number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 this week is Ordinary, not The Ordinary, but Ordinary by Alex Warren. And then in number 2,
the number 2 through 4 are actually all Morgan Wallen songs.
I can't do country.
Same. What I Want, Just in Case, and I'm the Problem.
Interesting. Yeah. I haven't listened to any of them.
Surprisingly, they're all going down on the list. There's a lot less listeners than usual.
And then Luther by Kent. I love that song.
It's a really great song.
I love SZA. SZA.
Oh yeah, agreed.
Oh, Good Days. That's a song I definitely I had an obsession and I know by heart.
Fair.
Love that song. And then Shaboozey. Oh, he's going back up with a bar song. He's in number 6.
Okay. Then obviously Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars with
Die with a Smile. Oh, I'm low-key kind of getting sick of that song.
Just a little. It's also going down.
Mm-hmm.
The next 3, 8 through 10 are going up on the list. Lose Control by Teddy Swims.
That's a good song.
Nokia by Drake. Oh. And Beautiful Things by Benson Boone.
I like Benson Boone. How do you feel about him?
The Moonbeam Ice Cream song seemed a little ChatGPT to me.
Oh, I have not heard that song. See, I'm not super into him. But like
That's fair.
Some of his music I like. I like his style seems songs. Very him.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's
Nokia by Drake. I honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I like that song.
Okay.
I don't know how people feel about that song, but I like that song. Like I don't know, it's just got a fun beat to it.
It's quite interesting.
Have you listened to it?
I have not.
You should. I want to get your opinion.
I'm not a rap person.
That's true. I can't get into all the new rap as of nowadays. It's
interesting. Moving on. How do we connect to music?
Yeah. Personally, I think I've said this before. Music is like my escape outlet.
Mm-hmm.
I always say people have seen me like without my earbuds, I like literally am losing my mind.
Yeah, you tend to lose focus, surprisingly.
Yeah, I lose focus, but it's like that is just like my sanity is in my earbuds. Like I'm not trying to be rude while I'm talking to people, but sometimes I might have an earbud in, but it just keeps me like I need that stimulation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just I rely heavily on music to get through a lot of things. I don't think if I didn't have music in my life, I don't know. I honestly don't know what I would do.
It's so interesting how people connect through music.
Mm-hmm. Do you think you have, like, there's certain music you listen to based on your mood?
No.
Really?
It's by artist usually for me.
Okay.
I have artists, I think, for every mood. Instead of
genres.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah, I think, like, sometimes, like, every time I look up, like, a sad playlist or, like, a bent playlist, they're not songs I would really listen to, like, that I feel like, I have to find, like, those, like, the more instrumental ones that, like, I feel like I can just lie in my bed and, like, stare at the ceiling and, like, kind of drown myself in that music.
Speaking of beds.
Oh. Yeah. So you're more of an artist person.
Oh, absolutely.
So what do you think drove that? I don't know.
I am not sure. I tend to get into artists more than I do genres. And I go through, like, listening. I put that artist music on shuffle and I learn all of it. And then I move on to the next one. So, as of recently, the top 3 that I've been listening to on repeat in the past, it was Beach Bunny. Then it was South Arcade, and right now it's David Kushner.
I like David Kushner.
I also like David Kushner. I love his voice.
Yeah. Like, yeah. I really like his voice. I don't know what it is.
No, it's just, it's perfect.
You could tell there's like emotion there.
Oh,
like that.
absolutely. I know it's popular, but on Mr. Forgettable, perfect.
Oh, that's so good. Well, see, here's the other thing. A lot of people are like, oh, that song's so overplayed. Oh, it's so cliche. And there is a point where it is definitely overplayed and cliche or stupid. But sometimes, like, when I like a song that's like, for example, like, I feel like if I were to say I like From the Start by Leve,
Mm-hmm.
everybody knows that song because that's probably her most popular song.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it's her most popular and most, like, super played for a reason.
No, absolutely.
Because it is that
that
good.
good. Right.
Like, it's that good. Like, it got popular for a reason. But there are also songs out there that, like, are just, like, I don't get it. Like, not
yeah.
good. Like, I don't want to trash anybody. But, like, honestly, Ice Spice kind of has the same beat over and over again. It's not
Mhm.
really original. It kind of gets boring.
No hate to any of the artists, obviously.
Yeah, of course. Like, I mean, props to them for doing their own thing and, like, you know, going and putting themselves out there.
Absolutely.
Like, good for them. I, however, can't get into, like, this new wave of rap. Like, that's super...
Nope.
Like, okay, I liked Playboi Carti's music in the past. But this new album, I'm sorry, guys, I can't do it. Can't do it. No. It's, like, and the fact that it's labeled, like, I Am Music...
Oh, wow. That's redundant.
Insert ellipsis, like, the ... crickets here. Like, no. I
So,
can't do it.
how do we make playlists?
I have a lot of different playlists.
Go ahead.
So this is touching back on, like, the whole mood thing. So I like to build... So every year, I started this, so the one year I read the book We Were Liars.
Oh, I love that book.
Love that book. That's my favorite book. The first time I was ever to pick a
Wow.
favorite for anything. That, I think, is probably my favorite book.
Oh.
I don't know why I love it. But in that book, they kind of labeled it. It's all about, like, these groups of kids, and they have every summer, and they labeled their summers, like, summer 5, summer 6, like, based on their ages.
Interesting.
And I started labeling my summer playlists like that.
Aw.
So, like, I have a summer 14, and then I have a summer 15, and now I have a summer 16.
That's so cute.
And it's cute because I can look back on what I, like, sometimes I'll go back and be like, what was I listening to when I was 14? Because I'll never add back in those playlists. Once that summer is done, I never add.
Smart, yeah.
Like, I might have similar, like, I might have the same songs in my playlist. They might carry over, but it's also, like, you get to see the new songs. Oh, which reminds me, this other song that I really love, Show Me Love.
I've never heard of it.
With Tyla. It's like an Afro pop song, but that feels so summer to me. I love that song.
I'll take a listen to it.
I don't know, it just feels very summer.
Should we transition to TV shows and movies?
Well, how do you build your playlist first?
I don't.
You don't?
No.
Do you kind of just throw it in by, like, whatever?
I asked my friends to make me playlists.
Ooh.
So Weema has made me countless amounts of playlists. And I do listen to them.
Yeah.
But if they're on Spotify, I will not listen to it.
Right.
Because it has to be YouTube music. I can't.
Yeah. I have a playlist for everything. I have a breakup playlist. I have a glow up playlist. I have a
Wow.
healing playlist. I have, like, a playlist for, like, everything. And I like to go back if I'm in that mood and kind of just listen to all those songs.
Not for me, no.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I also have an oldies playlist.
Of course you
I love oldies music.
do. No, for good reason. It's good. I have
Like-
a 70s. Oh, I like when YouTube music makes me playlists.
Do they do good, like, a good job
They do
with
a
it?
really good job
I might
with
want to,
it.
like, go
I have
look
a-
into that.
I have my, like, soft fall girl playlist.
See, that's what I also like doing, like, my fall
Love-
mood, spring moods.
No,
Like, I have a
I
spring
love
aesthetic.
seasonal moods.
Seasonal.
Mhm,
Okay. Do you
mhm.
feel like the seasons affect what you listen
Oh,
to?
yes,
Yes, for sure.
Oh. absolutely.
So, like, in this fall, what do you listen to? Like, go through the seasons.
70s. I listen to 70s, like, soft pop.
In the fall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then the winter.
I listen to rock in the winter.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay, define rock. There's a lot of rock. Different sectors.
Okay. I don't, like, listen to screaming rock,
Ugh, can't do it. I hate
but
that.
I like hard rock.
Hard rock. Okay, so
And I love
artists?
soft rock.
Artists.
I'm telling you, okay, wait, pause. Let me pull up my playlist real quick. In the meanwhile, in the summer, I listen to, like, pop. Like, straight up pop.
Okay, yeah, that's valid. I listen to pop.
Wait, no, that's in the spring.
Oh, this
In
is
spring, I
fun.
listen to pop.
I don't know what I listen to.
I
in the
listen to
spring.
jazz in the summer.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Jazz and Desi music, Bollywood.
Yeah. I got into like Italian jazz, like and like the Italian like
Interesting.
old movie music, like Piero Piccini. What the heck is his last name?
You
Hold
good?
on. Piero, like Piccioni. I don't know how to say that, guys. Sorry, but he like I like that Italian like jazz like that feels very Italian, old money Italian summer to me. So I think my summer vibes have like moods. So, but I will like I think I also do a lot of jazz in the spring too. I'm kind of getting into that like happy upbeat mood. So it starts like being like indie a little. In the winter time, I don't know what I listen to.
So I can't
think
find my
it's like everything.
playlist. So that's okay. But let's move on into TV shows and movies.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
So what are your favorite TV shows?
Gilmore Girls for sure is my favorite
That's a
TV
good
show
choice.
ever. Favorite TV show ever. I could rewatch that forever and ever.
Real. I have 4 top TV shows, one of which I'm still watching. So The Good Place is the one I've watched the most times.
I love The Good Place.
I love The Good Place. I could quote you anything from there.
Really?
anything.
Give me a quote.
Now I can't do it. You know.
I'm kidding. I'm
So-
kidding. I'm sorry.
But if anything from that show like pings me in that moment, I will say it. Like
Yeah. No, I've seen you do that in
Yeah.
the past. One of the things that I like that they do in that show is like you can't curse. So instead
Yeah,
of saying
no.
what the F word, it's like what the
fork?
And then like that's
you
bull
bench.
shirt. You bench. It's so funny.
It's so great, Ash.
Ash. Oh, is that what they said?
Yes.
Okay, I couldn't remember that one. Yeah, I love that show. I like the whole concept behind it too.
Me too. The other one is White Collar. It's like it's a New York FBI division
Okay.
where there's a criminal informant that goes undercover a lot, and it's
Ooh.
super interesting.
Okay.
And then Arcane. It's
That's a
an
guilty
amazing
pleasure.
show.
I actually am curious to start. I feel like there's a lot of hate and stuff like that, and
Really?
anime.
Oh
and,
yeah, no,
like,
absolutely.
but I'm like, I'm gonna confess that I have watched some anime. Okay, anime as in Studio Ghibli is really good.
Agreed.
Is it Ghibli or Ghibli?
I honestly
say
have no idea.
Ghibli.
Yeah, me too.
I love Studio Ghibli movies, and I know some of my friends really love Studio Ghibli movies. But there's a show that I really loved watching, and I love the whole universe. Avatar: The Last Airbender is really good.
Live for Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I love that.
Who's your favorite character?
Korra. Whoops, no, not Korra.
No.
She's not even in that. That's her. She's her own show. You know,
I'm
it
an
kinda
Uncle Iroh
shifts.
fan.
I love Uncle
I
Iroh.
love Uncle Iroh.
No, okay, if you were to pick, okay, guys, so there's this dude, he has to save it. If you don't know this show, there's this kid, like, the Avatar is, like, he can control all the elements, but then there are certain people who can only control one element, so there's fire, water, earth, air, and then he disappeared for 100 years, and there was a big bad war.
Big Bad War.
Yeah, big bad war, the firebenders are
Yeah.
like, rah, rah.
Oh, okay.
Taking over extinct airbenders, but
Mm-hmm.
if you were to pick from the gang,
Oh.
which is what they call themselves. Who would be your favorite character from the gang?
Oh, Suki.
I love Suki.
I love Suki. She counts.
Honestly,
Okay, she counts.
She does. I like Suki, but if I were to pick like a bender, it would either be Toph or Katara.
Of course.
I love
Actually,
them.
I like Suki.
I like Zuko too. Okay, actually, I might get hate for this if
you
you
say
guys watch
Azula.
this. So I like Azula.
I also like Azula. That crash out was real.
Like, I just feel like I get you, girl. Like, I get it. Like, I mean, do I like your motives and like that? But I honestly, I
yeah,
low-key
but
thought she was cool.
Her mom neglected her as a child.
And I feel bad for that.
Yeah.
And I low-key think she's cool.
She was also treated like a girl in her childhood, and she's trying to combat those like feminine ideals.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when in the flashback Zuko got a knife and she just got a doll? And
yeah.
so she stole Zuko's knife.
Yeah. I think there's a lot. It's a really good show. I really, really do recommend. Like, they
And
just unpack a lot.
They
and
do,
it's
and they
so
talk
good.
about war in a way that's good for not just us, but for children who might not understand.
They don't even just talk about war. Like, okay, so this is what I like about pop culture.
Mm-hmm.
There are the shows and the music and, like, all these things that touch on topics. And this is, again, to go back to Gilmore Girls. I really liked Gilmore Girls a lot because they touched on a lot of really hard topics, too. But in a way that it connected to the audience. And one of the other shows that I'm definitely obsessed with, and it could be seen as a guilty pleasure or cliche, but I love Grey's Anatomy.
Okay, I've heard of one of my friends watches Grey's Anatomy.
And it was hard after Christina left, because she was honestly my favorite character, but like the Grey's Anatomy also touches on really hard topics that are currently happening in society.
Right.
And I admire that in a show when they have the courage to speak about it and come forward and, you know, open people's eyes to the issue. And I just, like, that's why I think those are my top TV shows. However, let's talk about movies.
Okay. So what's your favorite movie?
I don't have any favorite movies, I think.
mean?
Unpopular opinion, I don't really like movies.
Really?
I have to want to see the movie, or you have to drag me to the movie for me to see it. But if you give me the option to see the movie, I probably won't jump on it. I could give you my favorite Disney movie and favorite Disney princess, but I don't honestly think I have a favorite movie. Wicked was really good.
Wicked was really good.
And I'm so excited for part 2.
Me too.
But honestly, yeah, I don't know.
I have 3.
Okay, go for it.
The Young Victoria.
Never watched that.
It's not a very popular movie, but it's really good and I really recommend it. Sadly, it just got taken off of Netflix.
Oh, I hate Netflix. Every time they take a
know.
show off. Ugh.
And then, obviously, The Little Women.
I've never seen that
What do you
movie
mean?
either.
It's a classic.
I know. We'll see. I get hate. I've never watched Star Wars either.
What? My
Nope.
cat is named Leia.
Or Lord of the Rings. I've never seen
What?
any of the Hunger Games movies or read the books. I do want to read the books
The
first.
books are so good.
I
I
know.
haven't seen the movies, but I've read the books.
Oh,
I
can't.
still
I'm
need to
trying
read Sunrise on the Reaping.
I'm trying to think of other popular
Movies that you haven't
movies I
watched.
haven't seen. Oh, I haven't seen any of the Despicable Me movies.
Interesting.
I've only seen the Minions movie. Kung Fu Panda, never seen any of them.
Love Kung Fu Panda. Hate the 4th one.
I've only seen Toy Story 1 and 2.
I don't like Toy Story.
There was one that I'm thinking of that I can't remember. But yeah.
Can you tell me you've watched 10 Things I Hate About You?
Nope, I was going to.
No.
I
That is
was
another
going
one of my
to.
favorite movies.
That sounds like I know. I've seen clips from it, like the poem scene where she's like, "But mostly I hate the way I still love you," and I was like, "Real." Like,
Alright.
I love Mean Girls, bro. Okay,
Mean Girls
is
not the
good.
new one.
Not the new one. No. The original.
Yes.
Like that. Love Mean Girls.
Who's your favorite Disney princess?
Mulan. Everybody who knows me knows it's Mulan.
It's interesting.
Why? What's
No,
so
it's a good
interesting?
interesting.
Yeah,
I
but, like,
love Mulan.
She's a baddie.
Agreed.
Like, she's just so cool. I want to be her
in every way.
so bad. Like, and she got Shang, bro.
Oh my
Ugh.
god, Sophia, calm down.
But he's like a good man.
He is a good man.
Like, I love that movie.
Second one, although people say it's bad, it really is not that bad.
Honestly, it's not that bad. I didn't hate it.
It's one of the
liked
better
it.
sequels to a Disney
Yes,
movie.
I agree. Okay, how do you feel about Frozen?
I like it. I love
I
the
like
second
Frozen.
one.
I like the second one too. I love the music from it too.
Yeah, agreed. I did not like Moana 2.
I haven't watched it yet.
Well, then I'm not going to say anymore.
A lot of people have been hating on Moana too.
A lot of people have been hating on the live action Snow White.
I haven't even seen it.
Neither have I.
I don't want to see it.
Neither do I.
I have no faith in it.
Neither do I.
I've only watched part of the live action A Little Mermaid.
It's good.
Is it?
It's good.
Okay. Maybe I'll finish watching it then. I don't know. I was getting mixed feelings about it. It's just
There
like,
are a lot of
okay.
mixed feelings.
Although I'm like, we could go more in depth on our, thoughts on the casting and
Absolutely.
that whole, stuff. But moving on.
To internet trends.
Yes.
So, what trends do we take part in?
Honestly, I take part in the clothing trends that I see.
100%.
Or I try to. Or I use them to, go in my own style. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I usually see a lot of them. Like, I kind of just see things that pop up. And then I'm like, that's really cute. The slang, I don't even know what to say about that anymore because it evolves so quickly.
I try not to take part in the slang.
I think I only use the slang that I probably learned a year ago. Except for maybe, like, cooked. Cooked, I think I learned at the beginning of this year. Cooked and, like, I'm cooking.
I hear people say it more than I do, I think.
Yeah, maybe. Chopped.
I use I fear on occasion.
What?
Like,
that was a slang word?
yeah, like, not slang, but
Well,
it's
like a phrase?
Yeah, like,
I did not know that.
I fear that's true.
I've heard you say that, but I
it's
just thought
not
that was something
often.
you said.
No.
I just thought that was
My
something
aunt actually introduced me to it, and now I can't get it out of my head. So, overall, culture-wise, what are your opinions?
Honestly, I think, it goes so fast.
Agreed.
And I think there are a lot of really ridiculous things happening, like on the internet.
Italian brain rot.
Italian brain rot. Although, low-key, I'm not gonna lie, I find some of that funny.
Wow.
Like,
you are...
I'm slowly getting brain rotted. However, Skibbity Toilet, no.
Hello?
Why are we laughing at, like, a toilet, or a head coming out of a toilet, and why are there episodes, and why is this funny? And
It's
the
not.
song is obnoxious, and I just hate the whole thing.
Agreed.
And then, like, TikTok, like, there's, like, an AP brain rot test that
I'm
go around.
sorry.
Yeah, like, my brother made me take it, and I failed miserably. Guys, I got a 0. Actually, I got a 1 out of 5, because I knew Skibbity Toilet. That was the only thing I knew. Don't know what, TikTok Riz Party is. I don't know
What is
why
that?
Olivia Dunn is funny. Like, Baby Grog, I don't know what any of these things are. Like, it's just so... I don't get it. We're looking up right now, like, an AP brain rot quiz. Oh, it gives us a time limit.
Oh my god.
Oh, Riz. I low-key use Riz. But
don't
as a
think I
joke,
do.
it's not, like, a common
Oh.
word. But we know, okay, so here are the
Oh.
questions, guys. You can take this with us. We'll read them.
Oh.
Do you know what charisma / the ability to attract females? That is Riz. Oh, mewing. I know what that is. A term used to refer to an attractive person's... Oh, never mind. I'm not finishing this one. Okay. Oh, I don't know
what this
that
one
one.
is.
These are some... Guys, I don't encourage you to look up an AP brain rot quiz, but I also do, and just see what you get on it. And we'll find out if you're truly brain
Yeah.
rotted, because I don't know what half of these things are. It's really interesting to look at, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, honestly, do you have anything else to add?
Interesting. No. I am mesmerized by I'm going to have my brother take this quiz. This is so interesting.
Yeah, I'm honestly fascinated.
All right.
So, I don't even know. I think that's basically it. So, to wrap it up, our favorite artists, we kind of connect to them based off of moods.
I feel like we talked about how we listen to different music or artists because of our moods or the seasons.
Yes.
We talked about our playlists.
I love building a playlist. Playlists are so
And
good.
we talked about how not social media, but pop culture affects us.
Mm-hmm.
And how we as a generation move on.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So that's the end of Chai Check. Thank you so much for listening to this episode.
I hope you'll join us next week on
Sip and Spill.